here's the thing. Today, the beauty about Bitcoin, the beauty about crypto, the beauty about decentralization is the fact that you own all of it. If you put money in the bank today, the government can take it, the police can take it, the bank itself can freeze it. You don't own it. Your debit card can stop working. Visa can kick you. If you're a payment processor, they can tell you, hey, we're no longer processing your payments. There's too many middlemen that are owning your actions, and they realize the power. Bitcoin allows me to send you $10 million without asking anybody for a couple bucks. Okay, I understand if there's gas fees, I'm paying for security, I'm paying for reliability. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pay percentages. I'm not going to pay and sign fees and waivers and make phone calls to move my money.
Yeah, sure, money.
People are programmed into banks being a requirement. Once you begin playing with these DeFi apps, you're like, oh shit, this is better than anything else. Look at Ton, right? Ton right now is building on Telegram. I can send you $1 million via USDT to your Telegram username instantly for zero. I pay nothing and I can send you money. Now, okay, cool. For us, we're in the West. We're chilling. I got Venmo, I got PayPal, I got Cash App. But what if you're in Africa? What if you're in the Philippines? What if you can't get a PayPal account? Or even what if you have to send money to a friend?
Yeah, not even that. Or even international transfers itself. You know, I've done transfers from UK to US. And the long procedure you got to go through and the questions you got to answer is just long, bro.
So imagine I have Telegram. You have Telegram. Hey, yo, what's your Telegram username? COcast? Okay, I owe you 30,000. No worries. Here you go, 30,000 USDT straight to your Telegram username.
Yeah.
What gets better than that?
No questions asked, nothing.
Nothing gets better than that. So why am I not going to use the best alternative? It might not be popular yet, but it will be. You just have to give it time.
All right. So I'm not much of a crypto nerd. So you're going to have to explain this for me, right? But some cryptos, they come out and they portray that they got some sort of utility and some sort of use case, right? Okay. Why fuck that straight away?
Because most of it is bullshit, dude. Most people are lying. You know why memes are great? Because you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting.
You know, you're getting straight a meme.
No promises, no hype, no roadmap 2045.
Yep.
No, we're going to build the next decentralized computing, blah, 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 blah. Most of the foundational stuff in crypto has been built. The tech is there. People are just trying to recreate old success. Yeah, there's going to be competitors. There's going to be things that are going to approach and roll out. But a lot of the things inside of crypto, they're scams. The teams, they're fraudulent. I try to talk to the teams that I put my money in, because with crypto, if you're a large influencer, if you have a lot of followers, people will pay attention to you. So I have the open door to a lot of these projects. And sometimes I peek behind these projects that have great marketing, great ads, great graphics, incredible website, white paper that is amazing. And then I talk to the marketing guy. He has no marketing plan on user acquisition. Okay, great. You have a product, but nobody's going to use it. Why are you worth $1 billion? You know what I mean? So the scam isn't whether the thing works or not. It's what it's intrinsically worth versus what it's valued at. And all the things that are holding up that fake value, the VCs, the exchanges, the people that are holding on to all these tokens. So what you see is retail getting dumped on, because retail can't get the initial bids. They can't be the initial buyers. That's why meme coins work so well, because the retail guys, they can jump in from the beginning. They can jump in from $1 million market cap.
Yep.
Here, I have to jump in at $1 billion market cap when it gets listed on Binance. And that's so the players, the savvy players, are realizing that they can make their own game.
Yeah.
And they don't have to do all the labels and all the bullshit and all. There's a lot of great projects in crypto, but most of them, project of quality or not, have no desire, no ability to acquire and retain customers. Would you prefer holding some random AI coin, or would you prefer holding Doge because you understand the momentum, the culture, the people behind it? I know it sounds crazy, but that's the world we live in. Would you prefer holding Dogecoin or the Zimbabwe dollar?
But correct me if I'm wrong. Something
Would
like
you prefer holding the Dogecoin or the Zimbabwe dollar?
Probably Dogecoin, yeah.
So which one's the meme coin? Which one's the shit coin?
Yeah.
Which one stores value? Which one can you trust? That's why I'm saying, like, money, the definition of money, how we think of finance, as how we think about trading, how we think about crypto, everything is a big fat illusion. The only thing that is actually real amongst most of these things is probably Bitcoin. It's the realest thing that exists probably in the world when it comes to money.
I get what you're saying, right? But the thing is with meme coins, as much money as you can make from it, you still can't trust it fully because you don't know which way it's gonna go. You don't know what's gonna happen. You know, someone might invest 10K and then lose it.
You have most of your money in British pounds though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you trust it?
I don't.
But then why do you have it there?
Well, I don't have most of my money in my actual account. I put it away in investments, whether it be watches, whether it be property.
Okay, so
like
it's
that.
different stuff that's producing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, that, I mean, that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Because once again, the British pound or the US dollar, you do know it's a fuck up because you know that the dev is going to continue printing tokens, right? Dollars. You know that they can at any moment freeze the ones that you have and that they can send X amount to anybody for any reason, aka Ukraine 200 billion, right? Just mint tokens and send them away. So you can't trust that currency. So now the question is, what can you trust?
I agree with you on that completely. And I believe that, you know, keeping money in your mainstream bank accounts and anything to do with government, civilization, or anything like that, forget it, right? But I don't know. I know you've just answered it why crypto is the answer, but who's to say there won't be something else that comes around and takes over that? Because
it can.
What if a crypto gets hacked or something and people's wallets get leaked, people get, I suppose, virtually robbed? Is that possible?
I mean, anything is possible, but is it probable? It's unlikely. I mean, Bitcoin, for example, has been studied and reviewed tens of thousands of times. And the reason it hasn't been hacked over the last decade is because they can't hack it. And does that mean that in the future there can't be something? I don't know. The point is, your main objective is to be with the highest form of currency, the best type of money. We've fallen under the illusion because of the dollar to think that the entire world has always been a uni-currency ecosystem. Back in the day in the United States, you would have a different currency for every different state. So everything was very fractionalized. This idea of one currency, hey, I can use dollars in Italy and I can use dollars in Hong Kong and I can use euros in Spain and then I can take the euros and use it in the US as well. This idea isn't necessarily common. Money used to be a lot more fractured. So the question now is, what's the soundest form of money in order to keep my time, my energy, and my efforts and preserve that value? And to me, I've just found it to be Bitcoin. I don't find it to be banks. I don't find it to be real estate. Once again, the real estate, you don't own it. The bank can come and seize it. The government can come and seize it. If you have a mortgage on it, it doesn't belong to you. You own a percentage of it. You have overheads, expenses, liabilities, things of this nature. I don't want that headache. And when you understand the Bitcoin of nature, finite supply, you understand that there's not more being made. You understand that there's hacks taking place all the time. The supply is being reduced. People are selling less and less of it. There's less millionaires in the world. There's more millionaires, than there are Bitcoins. So if every person that's a millionaire wants a Bitcoin, there's not enough. So scarcity is also important when it comes to understanding supply and demand and storing your value in certain assets.